There's a tender truth many of us carry, though it often remains unspoken. For all the love and care we give to others, for all the ways we show up and support, encourage, or offer help, when the moment comes for us to receive, even the simplest gift, like a kind word or a helping hand, we shrink, we deflect, we minimize. Someone tells us, "Oh, you did such an amazing job," and we quickly redirect. "Oh, it was nothing. Anyone could have done it." Someone reaches out with genuine help, and our instinct is to say, "Oh no, it's okay. I've got this." I still remember years ago when I was working on an event with colleagues from all over the world. We had been working together for months, but it was the first time we all met in person. When we were all sitting in the working office, one of them said to me, "Rachel, you look amazing." And guess what I said? I was so embarrassed and quickly responded with, "Oh no, I look horrible today." And she looked at me in surprise and half jokingly said, "Well, you take compliment well." And that comment has been living in me rent free. And every time I try to brush off a compliment, this memory will resurface. So, why do we do this though? Why is receiving so uncomfortable when giving feels so natural? Now, I need to say that part of why I did what I did was cultural. Growing up, we were educated that we must be humble. But that's a whole nother topic. What I wanted to explore in this video is that at the root of this lies a belief many of us carry deep in our bones that to be loved, we must earn it. That to be cared for, we must first prove ourselves worthy. And when love, praise, or support comes freely without condition, it collides with that inner narrative. It doesn't make sense to the part of us that has been taught that worth is tied to doing, performing, or achieving. So we block it, we push it away, not because we don't want it, but because we don't know how to let it land. But what happens when we block love at the door? What happens when every compliment bounces off our walls? Every offer of help is declined. Every moment of genuine care is met with resistance. We unintentionally teach ourselves and others that we're not available for receiving. That love has no place to land in us. That's not only exhausting, it's deeply lonely. Think about a time someone you love tried to give to you and you shut it down. Maybe they wanted to pay for dinner and you insisted, "Oh, no, 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 I'll cover it." Maybe they said, "You're such an incredible friend," and you laughed nervously and changed the subject. That moment of deflection might have felt small, but underneath, something sacred was blocked. Their gift had nowhere to go, and your heart stayed just a little more closed. And from an energy perspective, you have carved yet another deep line of your blueprint that says, "I don't deserve this love. I don't deserve abundance." Receiving is vulnerable. It means letting down our armor long enough for someone else's love or care to touch us. It means saying, "Yes, I'm worthy of this kindness. Yes, I'll allow it in." For many of us, that's scarier than giving because giving feels safe. We're in control, while receiving means surrendering, allowing, softening. And yet, this is exactly what reconnects us to love, to belonging, to life itself. Imagine a world where flowers refuse the rain, where the soil said, "Oh no, I can't accept the sun today." Giving and receiving are part of the same cycle. Without one, the other withers. You've given so much of yourselves to others, and that is beautiful. But for love to truly circulate, for it to feel abundant and whole, you must also receive. Not half heartedly, not guiltily, but with presence and gratitude. Think back to the last time someone gave you a compliment. Did you let it in? Or did you brush it off like I did? When you minimize praise, you don't only rob yourself, you also rob the giver of the joy of expressing their heart, don't you think? Imagine complimenting a friend, telling them how much you appreciate them, and they respond by dismissing it. You'd feel a little deflated, wouldn't you? Receiving isn't just about you, it's about allowing others to experience the gift of giving fully. And here's the deeper truth: when you can't receive from others, you're also blocking yourself from receiving from life. Opportunities, synchronicities, love, abundance, they all flow more easily when you open yourself to receive. When you shut down every small offering, you unconsciously reinforce the belief that nothing bigger is meant for you either. Receiving a compliment with a smile might seem insignificant, but it's an act of alignment with a larger truth that you are worthy of love and goodness simply by being. I know this isn't easy. I've been there. I felt that uncomfortable flush when someone praised me, that instinct to shrink or make a joke. I felt the awkwardness of letting someone help me carry something heavy. My mind screaming, "Oh, you should be able to do this yourself." And I've also felt a shift when I began to practice simply saying thank you. Nothing more, nothing less. It's amazing how two simple words can change everything. Thank you opens the door. It acknowledges the gift. It lets the giver know their offering has landed. And most importantly, it allows your heart to receive, to soften, to expand. With time, receiving becomes less about guilt and more about grace. It becomes a sacred act of balance, giving and receiving, both flowing freely, both nourishing the cycle of love. So today, I want to invite you into practice. Think of it as an experiment in opening, in allowing. The next time someone gives you a compliment, resist the urge to deflect. Don't explain it away. Don't push it back. Simply pause, breathe, and say thank you. Let those words settle into your body. Notice the discomfort if it arises, but don't run from it. Instead, ask yourself, what would it feel like to let this love land fully? And when someone offers you help, practice saying yes. Let them carry the bag, hold the door, or support you in a way you might usually decline. Notice how it feels to allow that. Notice the resistance, the guilt, the old voices saying, I can do this myself. And then remember, receiving doesn't make you weaker, it makes you human. It connects you to others in a way that nothing else can. Each time you say yes to receiving, you are rewriting the story of your worth. You're telling yourself, I don't need to earn love. I don't need to prove myself. I am worthy of kindness, of praise, of care, exactly as I am. And that belief ripples into everything: your relationships, your choices, your ability to open to life's bigger gifts. And when you feel more comfortable receiving what others offer, you can start practicing asking for help if you're having a hard time doing so. In the end, receiving is not selfish. It's not indulgent. It's sacred. It's the other half of love's circle. And it's completely natural. By receiving without guilt, you not only honor yourself, you honor the one who gave, and you honor the very nature of love, which was never meant to flow in one direction only. So today, just try. Let the next compliment in. Say yes to the next offer of help. And when the discomfort rises, remember, flowers don't apologize for blooming. Rivers don't apologize for flowing. You don't need to apologize for being loved. You only need to receive. And maybe, just maybe, that will be the moment your heart remembers what it has always known. You were never meant to carry it all alone. You were meant to receive.